So today we are looking at a video on probability and statistics, and the first thing we're going to talk about is the measure of central tendency. For the given data, it says find the indicated values or construct the indicated diagrams. So this is the data that they're talking about, and we need to find the mean, the median, the mode, and the range. So let's review what those are. The mean is the same thing as an average. So you add them all up and divide by however many there are. The mode is the number that appears the most. The median is the middle number when they're in line. So you would cross off like 1, 2, 1, 2 to find the middle number. If there's more than one middle number, then you need to take the average of those two. The range is the greatest minus the smallest. Okay, so for tomorrow, I would like for you to calculate the mean, median, mode, and range. Okay, so now let's go ahead and look at constructing a stem and leaf plot. So a stem and leaf plot is obviously going to have a stem and a leaf, and our stems are going to be something like 4, 3, 2, 1, and then really we could put a 0 on that 8. So it is that leading number there, that leading digit. So 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now the leaves are going to be the 8. So 0, 8 would represent 8. 1, 0 would represent 10. And then we have 12, so that is 1, 2. So notice, I'm just going to put the leaves here, but we know that 1, 0 is 10, 1, 2 is 12. I'm going to put a 4 there for the 14, another 4 there for the 14, and a 7 there for the 17. Then I move on to the 20s, and notice I'm going in sequential order. These are already listed in sequential order for us, and if they weren't, you would need to do that first. But the 22, the stem is 2, the leaf is 2 for 22. Then 26, we have a leaf of 6. 28, we have a leaf of 8. And 29, we have a leaf of 9. For tomorrow, I would like you to continue with the 3 and the 4. So our key would be something like 12 equals 1, 2, something like that. Okay, so now a box and whisker plot is going to deal primarily with medians. Okay, so up here, if you calculated this, or if you found the median already, we've got 1, 2, I'm going to do 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It looks like I've got 22 and 26 in the middle. And remember I said if you have two numbers, then you're going to have to add those up and divide by 2. You're going to find the average. So this is 48 divided by 2, or 24. That is your median. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a line where I think 24 would be. There's a segment there. Okay? And then what I need to do is find the median between the numbers that are remaining. So I've got this red box over here, and if I want to find the median of those numbers, I see that the median of those numbers is 30. So I'm going to put another segment at 30, and then I'm going to do the same for the remaining numbers on the left-hand side. The median on the left-hand side looks like it would be 14. And so what this does is it creates a box here. And now we need our whiskers. So our highest number is 48. Let's put a line there, or a segment there. Connect like that. And our lowest number is 8. So we'll put a segment where 8 is and connect. So this is our box of medians, and these are our whiskers to the highest and lowest point. Okay, so now let's go ahead and describe the data. So what I've done here is I have given you some descriptions for uniform, skewed left, skewed right, so on and so forth. So if you could please go ahead and pause the video and write down the descriptions if you need some extra time here. But uniform is just the same all the way across. Does it look uniform? Does it look like there's not much change? Skewed left means that there's a tail of data to the left. Skewed right is a tail to the right. Bell is exactly how it's described, kind of like you would ring a bell. And U is, it would hold water. Okay, it's kind of an upside down bell. Unimodal would have one peak, where bimodal would have 2 peaks. Symmetric, remember what symmetrical means is that you could fold it onto itself, so it's the same on both sides. And then asymmetric is skewed. So pause if you need to. But if we look at the graphs below, it says describe each graph with one or more terms from the boxes above. If you look at the first one, and I'm going to kind of draw on it, it looks like there's a tail to the left. So I'm going to say that this one is skewed left. And the one right below it, it's almost the same all the way across. So I'm going to call this one uniform. And I want you to try these four for tomorrow, please. Okay, so now let's go ahead and look at some statistics. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you kind of a description on when you should use a line graph, a circle graph, box and whiskers, so on and so forth. So again, if you need to pause the video to write that down, please do so. So you will see that a line graph just shows some change over time. A circle graph usually shows percentages. A box and whisker plot shows how data clusters around a median. A histogram shows numerical data, and it's like it shows the distribution of the data. Bar graph shows categorical data, and a stem and leaf plot also shows numerical data or the distribution of the data. So let's look at number 3. It says choose a display from the box that would best represent each situation. A. Cindy Bressler wants to display the daily high temperatures for the past month. So if it's every day over the past month, we're showing over time. So this is going to be a line graph. And for letter B, it says Tim surveys 200 people to find out what type of music they like. Okay, we're talking about music here. He wants to use the data to create a display that shows the percentage. Okay, so this is going to be a circle graph. C, the Algebra 1 teachers who want to analyze the distribution of the semester 2 exam grades. Okay, because it's a distribution, we are going to choose the bar graph. Or you could even do the stem and leaf plot if you really wanted to. Okay, for tomorrow I would like you to do D and E, please. And we are going to go ahead and take a look at probability. Okay. Mary flips 2 coins one at a time and records the results. Or flips 2 coins one time and records the results. So A, it says what is the sample space of the experiment? This means what are the possible outcomes. So if she flips 2 coins, she can either get heads, 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 tails, or tails, heads, and tails, tails. So there's 4 possibilities there. So what is the probability of obtaining exactly one head? Okay, exactly one head would be the heads and tails or the tails and heads. So that would be 2 out of 4 possibilities. But we do want to reduce that to 1/2. C, what is the probability of obtaining at least one head? This means 1 or 2 heads. So this one, the heads, heads has 1 or 2, tails, heads, and heads, tails all have 1 or 2. The only one that does not work is the tails, tails. So this would be 3 out of 4. Please try D for tomorrow. For number 5, it says you roll an 8-sided die. What is the probability of the following? So we're going to assume that the 8-sided die is labeled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So what is the probability of rolling an even number? Well, we have 2, 4, 6, and 8. That's 4 out of 8 possibilities, which we can reduce to 1/2. Please try B for tomorrow. The last part here says you pull a card from a standard deck of 52 cards with no jokers. Find the probability of the following. So I have outlined for you what a deck of cards is composed of. So there are 52 cards. Half of them are red and half of them are black. And of the red cards, half of them are hearts and half of them are diamonds. Of the black cards, half of them are clubs and half of them are spades. Then in each suit, we have 4 kings, 4 queens, 4 jacks, 4 tens, 4 nines, all the way 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. There's 4 of those, and then ace. There's 4 of everything, and we'll do that for each suit. Now, something special to take note of is that king, queens, and jacks, these are all faced cards. So let's go ahead and find the probability of choosing a card that is not black. That means we want to choose a card that is red. So how many red cards are there? There are 26 red cards out of 52 total cards. Again, that reduces to 1/2. Please try B for tomorrow, but please make sure that you take into consideration that you are finding the card that is a diamond or a 6, but don't double count the 6 of diamonds.